Good morning, Year 4, Group 1. This is your Tuesday Spag session, Tuesday the 26th of January. And it is, can you use noun phrases expanded by adjectives? So, can we recognise the expanded noun phrases in this part of the text? In the ancient African kingdom of Benin, a thoughtful young girl named Idia was sleeping. She tossed and turned, her fevered mind full of wild, vivid images. In her dream, a brave woman was fighting in a terrible battle. Arrows zipped through the air at her from all directions, but they missed. Her magical lucky charms protected her. So how many expanded noun phrases can you find in there? A noun that I have put one or two adjectives in front of. Write any that you can spot down on your whiteboard or a piece of paper. So you might have spotted a thoughtful young girl, and hopefully you've spotted that I've forgotten to put the comma between thoughtful and young. I've got a list of adjectives, I should have had a comma in there. Or you could have had her fevered mind, wild vivid images, brave woman, terrible battle, magical lucky charms. So some of those noun phrases just have one adjective, some of them have two. And it's up to you as a writer to choose when to have more than one adjective. It's more to do with how the paragraph flows than anything, whether your reader is stumbling across lots of adjectives and finding it hard to keep up with the idea in your sentence, or whether the adjectives are adding interesting imagery to what you're writing. So let's find the nouns in here which could be expanded into noun phrases. Let's find the nouns that don't yet have adjectives. Idia said good morning to her parents and then ran outside to meet her friend Adesua. Let's hurry, Idia said. I want to get there early. Today was the Igwe festival, a day of celebration in the village of Ogihudu. There would be food, music and dancing. Idia could not wait. So let's find a noun that doesn't yet have adjectives describing it. See if you can spot 2 or 3, maybe 4 nouns that would be improved by adding adjectives in front of them. Pause the video while you have a look. You could have chosen parents. We could describe those parents so that our reader knows that they are supportive, kind parents, or friendly, good-natured parents. They're really supportive of her, aren't they? And we want our reader to know that. Some characters in stories might have parents who are not supporting them, but these ones really do support Idia. What about village? What does our reader need to know about that village? Is it a tiny village? Is it a huge village? Even something as simple as the size could be really useful for our reader to help them understand the importance of this festival. Bustling village would suggest that it was full of people all bustling around. And then there's some really good options in that second to last sentence. There would be food, music and dancing. All of those nouns could have had adjectives in front of them. So let's have a go at doing just that. How do you want to describe that food? What do you want your reader to picture in their mind? You can bring this world to life for them if you use the right language, the right vocabulary choices. So you could choose mouth-watering, delicious food. You could choose savoury, tempting. There's all sorts of words you could use for food. And what about music? Is it loud? Is it rhythmical? Is it pumping? Is it banging? Is it gentle? Is it soft? You can choose how you want that to sound in your reader's head. Now the last one, I would like you to think of adjectives, but you might spot that this won't make a noun phrase, because dancing is not a noun, it is a verb. We're actually going to make an expanded verb phrase. So delightful dancing, enthusiastic dancing, cheerful dancing. How would you like to describe that verb? So this is something called a noun phrase pyramid, and some of you are going to be seeing this for your task a bit later on. So we start at the top of the pyramid, and I've done one for you here, and I've just chosen a noun, and in front of it something called a determiner, the trail. We could have had a trail or this trail or that trail, but I've gone for the trail. And then in the second row down of the pyramid, I've chosen two adjectives to make an expanded noun phrase, the wide, dusty trail. In the third row of that pyramid, I've expanded that phrase even more, and I've actually started to use a skill that we'll practice loads in the summer. I've used a preposition in the middle of my phrase, the wide, dusty trail through the jungle. Now our reader is finding out where that trail is. And then I've expanded it even further until I now have a sentence, because I've got a verb in there now. Got walked. Idia and her friend walked along the wide, dusty trail through the jungle. So that builds up your sentence step by step, brick by brick, making sure that that noun phrase has been really well thought through. So we could have a look at the next one together. So we've got our determiner and our noun, the village. How shall we describe that village? You can either pause the video and have a go at completing this yourself, or you could listen along with my suggestions. I might go for the busy, bustling village. So that would be my second bit, the busy, bustling village. Now I'm going to tell my reader where that is, the busy, bustling village in the heart of the dense jungle. Oh, I like that. Makes it sound like it's pulsating with the rhythm. And then I could go for Idia and Adesua, headed towards the busy, bustling village in the heart of the dense jungle. I'm really pleased with that, because I feel that my reader has got that sense of excitement that something really wonderful is happening. The heart reminds me of like a heartbeat, and that reminds me of the drum beat that the children will be able to hear. So I feel I could paint a picture really effectively with those vocabulary choices. So your basic skill task on Seesaw today is to make your own noun phrase pyramids, just like the one we completed together. You don't need to print or draw the pyramids, you can just write them in your book. So you will be given a choice of nouns with determiners, like the village or the trail. So you write that in the middle of your first line of your book, like the top of a pyramid, and underneath that you expand it with those adjectives, and then underneath that you expand with the preposition saying where it's happening, and so on. Okay, if you try and draw a pyramid first, you'll be trying to squeeze your writing too small. By all means, if you want to draw a pyramid after you've written the sentences, around the edge of them, now you know how much space they take up, that would be fine. Right, have a brilliant time. Can't wait to see what you do.